1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network coming to you live from Liberty Common as they are doing starting lineups for your Brush Beat Diggers as we're getting ready for tip-off. First quarter going to be brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. Excited for tonight. Again, confused by the way rankings work. Don't worry, the Eastern Plains Sports Network has you covered. Every Tuesday, we bring you Bleckatology on our Spotify channel. Ben Blecka breaks down the rankings and all the numbers that mean in a way that's easy for you to understand. Bleckatology is presented by Agricultural Accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. Let them plow through your paperwork. Visit agman.com. Let me say that again. Visit agman.co today to set up a consultation. So looking again at tonight's starting lineup, it's going to be a good one here, I think, tonight. Looking at both sides here, pretty even contest here as we're just getting ready for tip-off here live. Again, from the Eagles Den for action between your Beat Diggers and the Liberty Common Eagles. Good crowd tonight here in Liberty Common. It's a very small, and I mean small, gym. I mean, you come in here, it almost looks like a middle school size gym when you come in. It's a nice gym, don't get me wrong. However, what I'm looking at is just the amount of people that are in here. There's just not a ton, so not a ton of room. If you look at our gym and you're going, holy moly, compared to this one, it's a lot smaller. So going to be some great action. I'm like right up to the thing. I'm only 6 rows up, and I'm literally at the top of the gymnasium, and it's not that far of a top. Literally, I'm only a quarter of the way up, but it sounded good. As your Beat Diggers will go left to right, and the tip-off goes to number 3, Caden Castillo. Castillo brings it down the timeline for the Eagles over to number 23, Novik. Novik over to Clay. Clay over to Castillo. Castillo gets it over to Clay on the left side, drives it to the baseline, has a guy underneath there. That's number 23, Dylan Novik, as he gets his first bucket of the night. 2-0 is our score as the Eagles strike first. As the Beat Diggers get it down, goes to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz over to Dre Bauer. Bauer on the left side, swings it over to Edgar Ortiz underneath the baseline left side. Tries to turn and drive it up there, but he gets tied up in a jump ball, and it's going to be possession still remaining to the Beat Diggers. Eric Rico will do the inbounds honors for the Beat Diggers. He looks for somebody to find. A couple of guys cutting through and through. Goes right to Thatcher Queen, who gets it tied up in a double team and another jump ball, but the possession's going to change this time to the Eagles. So the inbound goes to Novik. Novik finds Solon Castillo across the opposite side of the court. They need to get across the timeline. Full court press by the Beat Diggers. Gets it down the court to number 1, Gray. Gray gets it out to the right side to Caden Castillo. And then he feeds it down underneath to Solon Castillo. And then back out to the top right side. 3-point shot for Caden Castillo is up and good. Early lead for the Eagles, 5-0. Edgar Ortiz, left top of the key. Over to the right side to Rico. Rico to the free throw line, feeds it underneath to Edgar Ortiz. Gets it, tries to get control of the ball, can't get a hold of it. Stolen away there by Caden Castillo. Castillo gets it down the court, and it's tried to get fed up to number 10, Hutchins, but it was stolen by Thatcher Queen. As Queen brings it up and gives it to Rico. Rico crosses the timeline. Goes, drives it to the hoop. Nope, pitches it off to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz over to the left side to Dre Bauer. Bauer working his way in. Saw some claws coming in on there. I think there's going to be a foul on number 23. That's going to be Dylan Novik with his first foul. And that'll be the absolute first foul of the night for both teams. As Eric Rico doing the inbound honors for the Beat Digger, feeds it underneath to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz with a right-handed hook shot, no good. Rebounded by number 1, Clay. Clay gets it down to Castillo. Castillo down to the left side to his brother Solon. Solon goes to the top of the key to Gray. Gray swings it over to the right side to Caden Castillo. Another 3-point shot is up and good. They've got to get some pressure on that Caden Castillo because he's got 6 points already, 2 3-pointers for the Eagles. Rico brings it down. 8-0 is our score. Over to Thatcher Queen on the right side to Ortiz, top of the key. Underhands it to Payson Poland on the left side key to Dre Bauer, left corner. Over to Ortiz, tries to turn and drive it in. Nothing there, though. It's taken away by Castillo. And that's going to be Caden Castillo. As he goes down the court, he gets called for a carry, and that's going to be a turnover for the Eagles. As checking in now for your Beat Diggers will be number 32, Conrad Kastrup, and number 15, Donovan Bauer, the young freshman for the Beat Diggers. So now it's a chance to see Bauer and Bauer versus Castillo and Castillo. As Conrad Kastrup brings it across the timeline for the Beat Diggers. Hands it over to Donovan Bauer. Donovan Bauer drives it to the hoop. Nothing there. Out to the right side to Dre. Dre drives it into the right side baseline. Feeds it out to Rico. Left side. Three-point shot up. No good. Rebounded by Thatcher Queen. Queen drives underneath the right side bucket. Up. No good. Tipped away. Conrad Kastrup gets it. Throws it up. Right-handed shot. No good. Several rebounds. No chances, though, on getting those in. Or 3 chances to get it in. They were unable to obtain the bucket as it's handed down to number 5. And that's going to be Solon Castillo down the court. And there is going to be a foul on the Beat Diggers as he drives it through the left side. And the foul looks like it's going to be on number 32, Conrad Kastrup, his first. And that puts on the line number 5, Solon Castillo, with his first of 2 shots. Up 8-0 with 5:11 left to go. First quarter action live from Liberty Common. First shot up good for number 5, Solon Castillo. So the Castillo brothers both have the points along with Dylan Novick, also with the 2-point shot. No points yet for the Beat Diggers, unable to get anything currently, but underway of the game. Again, as you know, this team is really good about working themselves out of a hole. Second shot is up, no good, rebounded by Conrad Kastrup. Kastrup gets it over to Rico. Rico taking it towards the timeline, crosses it very easily, pitches it back to number 32, Kastrup. Kastrup on the left side, takes it over, hands it off to Donovan Bowers. He drives in, hands it off to Rico. Rico over to Kastrup at the free throw line, drives it around to the left side, and they're going to get a foul on the Eagles, and I believe that's going to be on number 10, David Hutchins, which is his first foul, and that's the second team foul for the Eagles. Rico over to Thatcher in the left corner. Thatcher tries to drive it in, nothing there. Goes to Conrad Kastrup. He drives it to the left baseline, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Conrad Kastrup, as they're saying that he used his forearm to push his way in. So early second foul on Conrad Kastrup as number 21, Edgar Ortiz, checks back in for him. 9-0 is our score, 4:45 left to go. First quarter action. The Beat Diggers yet to get on the scoreboard here against the Eagles. Inbounds pass to Novick. Novick over to the left side to Castillo. Castillo down in the deep corner to number 10, Hutchins. Hutchins finds underneath number 5. Excuse me, that was not number, that was number 5, Solon Castillo, and he gets the easy 2-pointer. And they are up 11-0 on the Beat Diggers. First quarter action, 4:24. Donovan Bauer, left side, drives it to the left baseline. Over to Rico. Rico, 3-point shot, left side, no good. Rebounded by number 1, Clay. Clay tries to get it all set up, crossing the timeline for the Eagles. Over to Castillo on the right side. Has a nice wide open number 10. Hutchins not able to get it, but instead he pitches it outside to Grayson Clay, who gets an easy 3-point bucket. Folks, this is getting ugly early as he hits that 3-pointer, and the Liberty Common Eagles are up 14-0. 14-0 with 4:01 left to go in the first quarter. Take a time to recognize our sponsors here. Buckeye Welding Supply. You have questions, they have answers. Our area welders know what sets them apart at 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. Gordon Insurance, be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, and crop insurance, all at Gordon Insurance. Visit GordonINS.com. So Coach Bach takes a full timeout with this team to get them to calm down and relax, slow things down. I think they're trying to keep up with the pace, but I'll tell you what, they've got to really focus on covering that Caden Castillo, as he's got 6 points early in this game. Grayson Clay with 3, Solon Castillo with 3, and Dylan Novick with 2. And 0 for the Beat Diggers more than halfway into the first quarter. So again, our score is 14-0 with 4:01 left in the first quarter as we break from the full timeout from the Beat Diggers. Eric Rico going to be doing the inbounds honors. Thatcher Queen going to go work on some finger issues. It looks like he might have bent his finger back a little bit. Inbounds passes. Cassius Middlemiss is checked in for him. Over to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz back to Rico, trying to cross the timeline. Goes to Ortiz. Ortiz drives it in. Left side, Donovan Bauer. Three-point shot up. Good! Donovan Bauer! And one with the three-pointer for the Beet Diggers to get them on the board early as Don comes to the line to make it a 4-point play for the Beet Diggers as the foul gets called on David Hutchins, his second already of the night for the Eagles. Donovan Bauer to make it 4-point play for Donovan as he's already on the board, and 4 quick points for the Beet Diggers. Over to Castillo. Castillo feeds it down to his brother on their left side, on the right side. The right-handed layup shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Cassius Middlemiss. 14-4 is our score. Eric Rico brings it down the court for the Beet Diggers. Over to Edgar Ortiz, top left side of the key. Over to Rico. Rico underhands it to Donovan Bauer. Over to the right side to Dre. And they're going to call Donovan with the foul as he gets called with the offensive foul on number 3, Caden Castillo. So Donovan, unfortunately, had no control. They're going to call that player control every time if he doesn't have anything. And that's what happened underneath the bucket there as he tried to pitch it off to Dre. As the inbounds pass goes to Dylan Novick. Novick crossing the timeline for the Eagles. Throws it, up against the glass of the board. Totally missed that pass. Taken away by Edgar Ortiz. Over to Eric Rico. Rico on the right side. Underhands it. Goes to Dre Bauer. Bauer looking here right in front of me. Drives it to the hoop himself. Beautiful crossover. And he gets fouled as he did a great two-step to get in there to drive it into the hoop. And the foul is going to be on number 5, Solon Castillo. And that puts Dre Bauer now with a chance to put 2 more points on the board for the Beet Diggers as they're down 14-4 with 3:07 left to go in the first quarter. Bauer's first shot from the free throw line is up and rolls out, no good. Again, we've talked about this for most of the year. The Beet Diggers have got to capitalize on those free throws when they get those opportunities. Checking in for the Eagles will be number 22, Krish Patel. Second shot by Bauer. Up. Good. So Dre Bauer is in the scorebooks tonight for the Beet Diggers. And it's 14-5. 3:06 left to go. Full court pressure by the Beet Diggers as it goes into Grayson. Clay over to number 22. Patel shot, 3-pointer up. No good from the right side. Rebounded by the Beet Diggers over to Eric Rico. Rico up the court to Edgar Ortiz. Crossing the timeline. Underhands it to Donovan Bauer. Donovan Bauer, left side key. Over to Rico, left corner. Donovan, 3-point shot up. No, it bounces off, and it's going to be rebounded by number 1, Clay. Clay quickly gets it down to court to Novick. Novick over back to Clay, who's at the free throw line. And he's going to slow it down and set it up for his team as he gets it underneath to Patel. Then back to Clay. Then Clay to Castillo, left side. Drives it to the baseline. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Edgar Ortiz. Great defensive effort. Dre Bauer brings it up the right side of the court. Looking. Goes across to Rico. 3-pointer up. No good. Rebounded by Dre Bauer. 2-point shot. Left-handed up. No good. Couple of opportunities. And then it's knocked out of bounds by Dre Bauer. And it's going to be possession to the Eagles. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. 14-5 is our score as the Eagles. Novick brings it up to cross the timeline. Looks over to the left to Castillo. 3-point shot by Castillo. He's got 2 already. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Donovan Bauer. Over to Rico. Rico looking to cross the timeline. Over to the left side to Edgar Ortiz. Gets away with the travel. Feeds it underneath. Cassius Middlemiss. Shot up. No, he just missed it, and he's frustrated. He really thought he had that, as the foul is going to be on number 22, Krish Patel. And that's going to put Cassius Middlemiss on the line for the Beet Diggers for 2 with $1:48 left to go. First quarter action. First shot by Middlemiss. Up off the back of the rim is no good. As checking in for the Eagles will be number 11, Noah Lacey. Cassius Middlemiss with his second shot. 14-5 our score. It's up and good for Cassius Middlemiss as he's in the scorebooks for the Beet Diggers. Bringing it down for the Eagles. Number 23, Dylan Novick. Novick on the left side to Lacey. Lacey, top of the side to Castillo. Underneath to a cutting number 32, Dager Thayer, and it's no good and rebounded by the Beet Diggers. Eric Rico brings it across the timeline. Donovan Bauer drives it to the free throw. Great move. Left-handed shot up. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by the Eagles. Number 11, Lacey. Lacey takes it down the court. Stopped by Cassius Middlemess at the free throw line. Dishes it off to number 23, Novik. Novik drives it underneath. Underhands it to number 32, Deegan Thayer. And his shot is no good as he is fouled underneath the basket. And the foul is going to be early on, a second one early on number 15, Donovan Bauer, as he has his second foul of the night for the Bee Diggers. And that puts Deegan Thayer on the line with one of two shots. 14-6 is our score. First shot by Thayer up, and it is good as he's in the scorebooks. Check it in for your Bee Diggers. Number 30, JT Jolani Thomas. And also number 22, Payson Poland. Second shot here for Deegan Thayer. $1:16 left to go. It is up. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by the Eagles. And that's by number 5, Castillo. Dishes it out to Patel. Patel dishes it back to Castillo. And then to other Castillo, which is Caden, who kind of gets pinned in the corner there, but gets it off to the left side to Patel. Three-point shot, left side up. No good. Rebounded by number 22, Payson Poland. And Eric Rico will bring it down, crossing the timeline for the Bee Diggers. Over to number 30, Jelani Thomas. Left side, Donovan Bauer drives it to the hoop. Right-handed shot up. No good. Great effort by Donovan Bauer as he drove it to the left baseline, and he's fouled. Did not get the and one, but the foul goes on number 11, Noah Lacey, his first. Donovan Bauer on the line with one of two. First one is up. Swish. As Donovan Bauer has 5 points already this evening. 15-7 is our score. The Bee Diggers have chopped the lead in half with 46 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Second shot from Bauer is up. Swish. Great shooting by Donovan Bauer on the free throw line. 6 points for him. 7-point lead. 44 seconds left to go. That's Caden Castillo brings it down. Crosses the time, and great no-look pass underneath down to Deegan Thayer. There was nothing that anybody could do. That was a beautiful pass as Rico brings it up the court to JT. JT, top of the left key. Donovan has the ball. Trying to find somebody. Swings it over to Rico. Rico chewing some bubble gum as he's playing tonight. Love it. As he drives it into the hoop by himself. Tries to dish it off. Nothing there. Patel gets it. Patel driving it down. Stolen by Cassius Middlemess. 13 seconds left to go. Middlemess right side. 9 seconds. Middlemess is thinking about taking it himself. Drives it. Pushes hard. Fouled. No foul as it was blocked by number 5, Castillo. Feeds it up to Patel. Running shot on the buzzer. No good. So we'll finish the quarter. We'll come back after a 30-second break right here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network live from Liberty Common. Bee Diggers down 17-8 starting the second quarter, brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at sydneyrmc.com. So a slow first quarter start for the Bee Diggers. They finally got on the board with about 4 or 5 minutes left to go, and they worked really hard. Donovan Bauer comes off the bench, getting himself a quick 6 points for the Bee Diggers, and they've trimmed the lead in half, 17-8, as they'll get possession here to start off the second quarter here, as Eric Rico on the inbounds honors to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz takes it to the left top of the key. Brings it over, underhands it to Donovan Bauer. Three-point shot, Donovan Bauer up, off the back of the rim is no good. And it's rebounded by number 32, Deegan Thayer. Thayer brings it up the court. Stolen by Dre Bauer. Does he get it? Yes, he resets himself and crosses the line. Donovan drives it to the hoop. No, nothing there. Oh, and he gets called for a traveling. He thought he had it okay, but the official calls it as a traveling, so it's a turnover for the Bee Diggers as we're still underway here in the second quarter. 9-point lead for the Eagles. Inbounds goes to Grayson Clay. Clay brings it across the timeline slowly. Over to number 11, Lacey. Lacey over to the right side key, over to Gray on the left side key. Goes and feeds it to the free throw line to number 32, Thayer. And then it's underneath to number 10, David Hutchins, who does a great job to throw it up twice and gets it in the bucket. And he's in the books for the Eagles for the first time tonight. Rico brings it across the timeline for the Bee Diggers. Left side to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz looking, underhands it, hands it off to Donovan Bauer back to Rico. Rico at the top of the key, resetting the play as Edgar Ortiz trying to underhand it to Donovan Bauer, but he's really covered there by Castillo. As it's handed off to Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer underneath goes to Edgar Ortiz, double teamed underneath, and it's going to be a jump ball. That was kind of an early whistle on the jump ball, and they're going to show possession to the Eagles as Edgar Ortiz is having some difficulties getting that ball underneath the bucket. Bringing it down the court for the Eagles. Clay over to the left side to Castillo. Castillo dishes it off to Hutchins. Hutchins tries to feed it across, stolen by Donovan Bauer. Donovan Bauer all the way coast to coast, shot up, and he's fouled as he takes it to the hoop strongly for the Beat Diggers. And the foul goes on number 5, Solon. Castillo with his second foul. 6:30 left to go. 19-8 is our score as Donovan Bauer comes to the line, who's 3 for 3 for the night. Here's his first shot. It is up. Off the back of the rim, no good. As the Eagles are changing out a couple players, Castillo's coming out as he's got 2 fouls, and he's going to be replaced by Dylan Novick. Second shot for Bauer. 6:30 left to go, second quarter. Up. It is good. Donovan Bauer with his 7th point of the night for the Beat Diggers. As Novick brings it up the court, crossing the timeline for the Eagles. Over to number 1, Gray. Back to Novick. Back to Gray on the left side. Feeds it underneath, or to the right side free throw line, and it's back over to Gray at the left corner. He drives it, trying to find somebody. He does find somebody underneath. That's Hutchins. Hutchins feeds it underneath. Nice, beautiful pass as he gets it off the glass from a pass from Dylan Novick, and Hutchins has 4 points. Inbounds to Thatcher Queen. Queen still hasn't crossed the time and goes to Edgar Ortiz, who's finally crossed. Then back to Rico to set it all up. Rico finds Thatcher Queen, left top key. Thatcher drives it himself. Good shot, right-handed. It's up, and it's blocked by the Eagles. No call on that play as it goes down to Gray. Gray drives it around the left side. Falling shot. It's taken, and it's no good. Rebounded by Donovan Bauer. Good rebound by Don as he gets it off to Rico. Rico brings it across the timeline, across midcourt. Over to Thatcher Queen. Queen to Ortiz. Ortiz to Dre Bauer. Three-pointer, left side. Oh, in and out, it rolls. I thought it was there. Thatcher Queen with the rebound, though. Good job by Thatcher. Goes to Donovan Bauer. Bauer on the right corner. Over to the left to Rico. Rico drives it down to the right corner and goes to Queen. Queen to Ortiz. Ortiz top of the key. Underhands it to Donovan. Donovan off right side. Eric Rico three-pointer. Good! Eric Rico with a three-pointer for the Beat Diggers. 21-12 is our score, with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. Second quarter action. Gray, left side to number 11, Lacey. Feeds it down to the left baseline to number 10, Hutchins. He tries to throw it across the court. Knocked out by the Beat Diggers. As number 3, Caden Castillo checks in for Deegan Thayer. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. 21-12 is our score. Beat Diggers down by 9. Inbounds pass by Lacey over to Castillo on the left side. Caden Castillo still in the left corner. Feeds it over to number 11, Lacey. Lacey travels. No, he's pushed, actually. It's going to be a call on Edgar Ortiz as he gets called with a push foul, and that will be his first, as we have 4 fouls for the Beat Diggers, where the Eagles have 5. Inbounds pass from Lacey. Looking, feeds, gets to number 23, Novick. Shot is no good. Rebounded by the Beat Diggers. Dre Bauer to Rico. Rico crossing the timeline to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz finds a cutting Bauer underneath. Left side turnaround shot by Dre is up. No good. Rebounded by number 1, Gray. Got to get those shots when they're underneath the bucket like that. Gray on the left side to Castillo. Castillo goes to number 10, and then way out at the top to Gray. Three-point shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Donovan Bauer. And that would have been Hutchins who fed that pass as it goes to Rico. Rico over to Edgar Ortiz. Hands it off. Donovan Bauer, three-pointer. Left side shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Taken down by Lacey. Lacey on the left side. Lacey looking. Finds somebody. That's going to be Novick. Novick gets it off to the left side to Caden Castillo. He drives it in, throws it off to the left side, out of bounds, trying to go for Hutchins, and it's no good as Conrad Kastrup checks back in for the Beet Diggers, along with Payson Poland with 3 minutes, 43 seconds left to go. And we are going to take a timeout here called by the by the Beet Diggers, I believe. No, Common Eagles 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Premier Farm Credit for over 100 years. They've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit PremierACA.com. Wiggins Equipment. Count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with the service and products you need at your most critical time. Not a lot of scoring here in the second half, but it's still a pretty even amount of point contest. The Beet Diggers came in that second quarter down about 7. They've kept it at 9 right now, so they haven't given up much. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left to go. 21-12, mere score here, as the Beet Diggers will get the possession down at the left lower corner of the gym as they're working across your radio dial, left to right. So, Eric Rico going to do the inbounds honors. Oops, hold on a second. We've got some kind of technicality here. It looks like we've got a wet floor, maybe a spilled drink or something. Not sure what we have here as the official calls a quick timeout. Looks like we've got a spill violation here. Probably one of the managers from the Beet Diggers, as she probably came up and spilled her drink as she came upstairs here. And most likely it was her, Caroline, who spilled that drink. She's not listening to me. I was hoping she was. She knows I give her a hard time. But she's got her earbuds in as usual, so she didn't even laugh at me at all. Normally she would laugh, but she's got her earbuds in tonight. So take a moment to say, stay connected with the Eastern Plains Sports Network on all social media platforms. Follow at Eastern Plains Sports Network on Facebook and Instagram to see what games we're covering, get pictures from ones we're at, and more. We also have several regular podcasts on our Spotify page. Give the Eastern Plains Sports Network a like, follow, and subscription on all social media platforms today. Hey, we found a napkin at least. That's going to help us wipe the floor quickly here as we're getting our spill cleaned up in aisle 5 here. I don't know if it's an aisle or not, but we're going to call it aisle 5 here at Liberty Common. Look at this. Somebody brought a second napkin. Hey, we've got 2 napkins here on the floor, and now a roll of paper towels has come in. This has turned into a large fiasco as we've got literally 3 people wiping up a spill on aisle 5 with 3:43 left to go. That is some play-by-play action there you will never get live here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network at 1010 KSR. You can't beat that. That's just great. So the official is monitoring the floor to make sure things are looking good here. I am trying really hard to do some play-by-play. Aisle 6 now has a spill. It looks like somebody came in with wet feet or something. I don't know if they had a swimmer or what, but something has happened here on the floor. As we're going to go ahead and get started, the official's like, you know what, just start wiping the floor left and right behind the bench here. So Eric Rico with the inbounds honor over to Donovan Bauer. Donovan Bauer brings it across for the Beet Diggers. Crossing the timeline. Hands it off to Conrad Kastrup, left top of the key. Conrad looking, covered, hands it off to Donovan Bauer. He's bumped it several times. No pass down, though. It's stolen by number 10, and that's going to be Hutchins as the ball goes in on a right-handed layup. Hutchins has 6 points, 23-12. Payson Poland quickly brings it down for the Beet Diggers. Over to Dre Bauer. Dre Bauer, right side baseline, shot up, no good. He forced that one too much. He's got to take his time as it's taken by Castillo. Castillo feeds it up the court. Stolen by Donovan Bauer. Donovan Bauer looking up the court. He's got a 3-on-2, drives it up himself. Right-handed shot up. No good. They got to take their time on these shots to get them in. They've had several opportunities to score as Gray brings it up and across the timeline for the Eagles. Over to Caden Castillo on the right side. Then over to Gray at the top of the key. Swings it around to the left side to Dylan Novick. Back to Castillo, feeds it underneath to number 10, Hutchins, and it's an easy shot for David Hutchins. They've got to get better at that defense underneath the bucket. Dre Bauer over to Rico. Rico crossing over to number 32, Conrad Kastrup, top left side of the key. Finds Rico, underhands it to him. Rico getting a screen for him, and it's nothing there as he tries to drive it. Feeds it to Conrad, who's cutting to the basket, and then it's knocked away by Caden Castillo, and he tried to save it, but it rolls out of bounds as he intended a pass to Grayson Clay. Beet Diggers will get the ball here right in front of me on the Eagles side of the court. Rico inbounds, Conrad Kastrup. Conrad looking, it's stolen by Caden Castillo. It's He can't get control, but he finally does. It was almost taken away by Dre Bauer. Castillo gets it over to the left side to Gray. Gray looking, finds number 23, Novik. Novik gets it out to Gray, drives it to the baseline, left side, then out to Novik. Three-point shot up, no good. Rebounded by Gray, gets it back up, and one. No, did not get the and one. He was trying to get the foul, but that did not get called his way. 5 points for Grayson Clay, 27-12, 15-point lead for the Eagles. As the B-Diggers, Dre Bauer drives it to the hoop. Can't control it. Guys got to do better at controlling the ball. They're losing control every time they're going down. Caden Castillo, three-point shot up. Good. And that is his 9th point of the night. As Coach Bach says, nope, 30-second timeout. We're going to take a break here for this one because it's not looking good as the B-Diggers have now fallen 18 points behind with a buck 27 left to go here until halftime. The biggest thing that they've got to do is get some better ball control. They're rushing so quickly down there, and they can't even hang on to the ball themselves, and they're turning it over underneath the bucket. They're taking some shots under there that are good, but they've got to use the glass to help themselves out to get those shots and make them fall. I'll tell you what, they've had multiple opportunities in this game. This should be about a 5-6 point game, but the B-Diggers have so many missed shots here, and they're getting the offensive rebounds, getting chances to put it right back up, and they're still missing those opportunities. So they've got to do better at getting and crashing to those boards. 30-12 again is our score with a buck 27 left to go until halftime. Eric Rico looking, inbounds pass to Payson Poland. Poland's got to get it across the timeline, covered by Castillo. Castillo's going to do a body block on him, and there's going to be a foul against Caden Castillo as he gets his first personal. As they'll set it up from midcourt. Over to Conrad Kastrup. Kastrup on the left side. Underhands it to Donovan Bauer. Over to Payson Poland on the right side, top of the key. Poland feeds it to Thatcher Queen. Thatcher drives it. Oh, and he gets called for a double dribble as he was trying to go to the right baseline, and nothing there. And it's another turnover for the B-Diggers. I'm telling you, the control has got to be there. You got to play smart when you're underneath this bucket. Buck 11 left to go. 18-point lead for the Eagles. Oh, and over the top pass to number 10, and that is Hutchins as the shot is no good. Rebounded by Conrad Kastrup. And then to Rico. Rico going over to Thatcher Queen on the right side of the court. Back to Rico, then to Conrad, left side. Top of the key, does a spin move. Payson Poland, three-point shot up. No good. Rebounded by number 23, Novik. Novik over to the side to Gray. Gray drives it to the free throw line. Back to Novik. Novik to Castillo. Castillo drives it to the baseline. Over to Gray. Gray gets it back out to Novik. To Castillo, left side corner. Drives it to the baseline. Still nothing there. Novik out to the left corner. Feeds it over to number 30, Charlie Dunn. Three-point shot up. No good. And it's a missed opportunity. And Payson Poland thought he got called for a foul, but it actually rolled out of bounds on the shot as he completely missed the bucket. And that is Charlie Dunn who made that three-point effort. So the inbounds from Rico to Poland. Poland, right side, loses control of the ball again. Over to Conrad Kastrup, who gets it though and rebounds it, and there's going to be a foul as he tries to get away on number 30, Charlie Dunn, with his first personal. Inbounds pass to Conrad. Conrad driving it to the hoop. No control of the ball again. Toss backwards though to Poland, who luckily gets it for the Beatniggers. Sorry, I lost my battery as it was taken. Eric Rico tries to throw some body as I don't even know what kind of shot. It's kind of just going all out of control here underneath the bucket as the buzzer goes, and I apologize for the loss of air. My battery literally died as I was trying to describe the play. So we go into halftime with an 18-point lead for the Eagles. Our score is 30-12. We will take a 3-minute timeout and come back for some halftime statistics here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network, 1010 KSIR, coming to you live from Liberty Common High School from the Eagles Den as we're getting ready to start the third quarter. Buildings by Design, brought to you by them. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildsbydesign.com. Again, our score 30-12 as we're getting ready to get tip-off here. I should say tip-off. I'm so used to that in the old school style. But as we're getting ready to start as the inbounds here with about 20 seconds left, coaches are getting their final thoughts. Again, the Beet Diggers are going to have to really focus on getting those opportunities as they get them underneath the basket, and hopefully they can get better at following through on their shots and even getting a couple of extra offensive rebounds and getting those extra chances. Surprised that Dre Bauer only has 1 point to this point, but hopefully Dre will get hot as his brother Donovan is the leading scorer with 7 for the Beet Diggers. Eric Rico will do the inbounds honors for the Beet Diggers right here in front of me on the visitors' side bench. And the inbounds pass will go to 22, Payson Poland. Back to Rico. Rico now moving right to left in your dial to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz, good pass underneath, cut. Dre Bauer, shot up. Good. Dre Bauer on a cutting pass. And that is finally a point, 2-pointer for Bauer as the Eagles bring it down the court. Over to the right side to Caden Castillo. Castillo to his brother Solon. Solon swings it over to number 23, Novik. Swings it all the way across to Caden Castillo as he almost steps out of bounds, but he gets it to Novik. Novik gets it underneath, tries to feed it to number 10, David Hutchins, and it's going to be a foul. I believe it's going to be on number 21, Edgar Ortiz, with a push foul from behind, as it's his second. As the inbounds to number 5, Solon Castillo to Novik. Novik looks down to the left corner, goes to the right side instead to Caden Castillo. 3-point shot up. Good. Caden Castillo as the crowd hugs him kind of awkwardly in front of me as that one occurs. Over to Edgar Ortiz on the inbounds. Poland. Then to Eric Rico. Rico. Over to Ortiz. Ortiz to Bauer. Bauer drives it in. Gets it stolen from him as he's going through. Fed up to Castillo. Under a backhand pass to Solon. Left-handed shot up and good. They made that one look easy as it's 35-14. As Rico brings it across the timeline to Ortiz. Ortiz setting it up. Over to Dre Bauer. Bauer drives it to the hoop. Got to get better control. Shot up. Good. Oh, no. He calls it a floor foul. He calls it a floor foul as the other official comes and talks to him. Let's see what the call is. The foul is going to be on number 5, Solon Castillo, his third foul. Boy, I sure thought that was a and one, but it's not going to be there. As the inbounds to Thatcher Queen. Over to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz drives it to the hoop himself. Left side, it's knocked away out of his hands by number 23, Dylan Novik. Again, better possession and better control of the ball is what they've got to work on. They still haven't shown that to me here in the third quarter as Rico will do the inbounds after the tip from the Eagles. Inbounds. Thatcher Queen, 3-pointer, left side corner, up. No good. Rebounded by Eric Rico. He dives for it as he did touch it briefly, and he tried really hard to save it, but he slides out of bounds, and it will be possession to the Eagles. 35-14, 6:31 left to go, third quarter action. As it's into Novik. Novik on the left side. Goes over to Lacey, top of the key. Lacey back to Novik on the left corner. Novik looking. Finds number 1, Clay. Clay back to Novik on the left corner. Drives it in, tries to feed it, gets underneath to Lacey. Lacey then back to Novik. Novik out to number 1, Clay. Clay tries to find somebody. He does finally get it to Lacey. Lacey right side to number 3, Castillo. Castillo goes all the way across to Novik. Long possession here for the Eagles. Over to Clay. Far left corner to Novik. Over to number 10 and cutting to number 11, and that's Lacey. Hutchins to Lacey, and the shot is no good as the rebound for the Beet Diggers, and they are going to get fouled as that is on number 10, David Hutchins, his third foul for the Eagles. Foul trouble early for 2 Eagles. As the inbounds pass to Rico from Bauer to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz gets it over to Bauer. Gosh darn it, they just can't control the ball as it's knocked away again and stolen by the Eagles. Feeds it up court over to the right side to number 3, Castillo, and the rebound is by number 23, Novik, and tied up with number 21, Edgar Ortiz. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll be remain possession here for the Eagles. 5 minutes and 31 seconds left to go, 35-14. Eagles leading. Inbounds to Novik. Jump shot up, no good. Rebounded by Dre Bauer. Bauer to Rico. Rico up court to Edgar Ortiz. Got to have better ball control, Beet Diggers. As Edgar looking, hands it off to Dre Bauer. Bauer looking. Left side, top of the key. Right side to Payson Poland. Back to Ortiz. Nobody there. Not a lot of movement for the B-Diggers. Cutting into Rico, who tries to cut it in. He tries to pitch it backwards to nobody. I think he thought Bauer was there. It was a no-look pass, but nothing was there. And luckily it was tipped by the Eagles, and the B-Diggers will maintain possession. Rico to Ortiz. Ortiz back to Rico. Knocked away again, but kept time by the B-Diggers. Rico to Poland. Underneath to Edgar Ortiz. Left-handed shot up. Good! Edgar Ortiz with his first 2 points of the night for the B-Diggers. 35-16. Novik brings it across the timeline. Over to 3. Castillo pitches it underneath to number 1 Clay, who drives it into the right side. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Thatcher Queen. Queen underhands it to Rico. Rico's got to get it across the timeline. Goes to Thatcher Queen, who safely crosses it. Over to the right side to Payson Poland. Poland drives it right side baseline. No, goes over to Queen. Queen swings it around over to Ortiz. Ortiz, left side, gets to number 11, Dre Bauer. 3-point shot by Bauer. Up. No good. Not even close as that thing bounces off the side of the rim as the Eagles will get the rebound. Over to Novik. Novik drives it in. Oh, and he runs into Edgar Ortiz, and Novik gets called with the offensive foul for his second one as Edgar Ortiz took the charge for the B-Diggers. As Donovan Bauer checks in, along with Conrad Kastrup for the B-Diggers. 4:10 left to go. Rico inbounds to Dre. Dre back to Rico. Rico bringing it across the timeline to Conrad. Conrad looking. Trying to find a cutter. Nothing there. Hands it off to Don Bauer. Bauer on the left side to Dre. Dre gets it underneath to Conrad, and it almost was stolen, but it's off to the right side to Rico. 3-point shot up. No good. Rebounded by Dre. Dre to Donovan. Donovan right-handed shot up. No good. Still can't get it in. Couple of opportunities. Nothing there for the B-Diggers as the ball is thrown up the court to number 11, Lacey, and Conrad Kastrup gets called for running into Lacey, getting his third foul of the night for the B-Diggers. 35-16. Eagles will get it at midcourt. Over to number 23, Novik. Novik, left side, all the way down below. Swings it over to number 3, Castillo. Clay. Shot no good. Rebounded Donovan Bauer. Down to Rico. Rico right side to Thatcher. Thatcher drives. Nice spin move. Shot up. No good, but it's going to be a foul for Thatcher Queen as he'll be able to come to the line to trim it down another couple of points as Grayson Clay gets charged with his first foul of the night for the Eagles. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. Thatcher Queen, first of 2. Swish. Thatcher Queen in the books for the B-Diggers. I apologize, I've been fighting a cold for about 7 days now, so my nose is getting plugged up as the night goes on. Thatcher Queen, 3:26 left to go. Second shot up. Swish for Thatcher Queen. 35-18 is our score. 3:25 left to go. Castillo brings it down through the timeline for the Eagles. Right side over to Novik. Novik goes to Lacey. Lacey, top of the key. Back to Novik, right side. Gets it underneath to number 32. Thayer swings it out to the left side to number 3, Caden Castillo, but he's fouled as he drives it to the hoop by number 11, Dre Bauer, his first for the B-Diggers, for him. As the inbounds pass to Novik, takes it in, left-handed shot up, no good, rebounded by the B-Diggers. Fed up to Donovan Bauer. Bauer left side court goes all the way coast to coast. Shot good! Donovan Bauer with a beautiful switch hand there. And it is 9 points for Bauer. Stolen by Dre Bauer as it goes down to Rico. Rico all the way down. Right side shot up. Good! Eric Rico with his 5th point. Timeout for the Eagles. They're going to take a full timeout. We will take a 30-second break right here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming to you live from Liberty Common High School. 35-22 is our score as the B-Diggers have trimmed it down to a 13-point lead for the Eagles only. It was a bigger lead at one point, but the B-Diggers with 5 unanswered points here as they kind of started getting a little bit hot with their hands, so hopefully they could keep that heat rolling as the Eagles will do the inbounds honors by number 11, Lacey, into number 23, Novik, as he brings it across the timeline for the Eagles, covered by Dre Bauer. Goes across the center, feeds it in to number 11, Lacey, to the right side to Castillo. Castillo back to Lacey, top right side of the key. Man-to-man coverage there, covered by number 1 over to Clay, then out to the left side to Novick. Shot, three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by the Eagles over to Caden Castillo. Three-point shot, not even close, and it's knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be still possession to the Eagles, as it was a beat digger they get called with it, as that's going to be Thatcher Queen on the inbounds, or it's going to get it over to him. As the inbounds pass from Lacey was knocked away by Donovan Bauer, and they're going to try it again. Donovan Bauer, good coverage. Fed underneath Novick, right side to Gray. Shot, running shot, no good. Rebounded, Thatcher Queen. Queen gets it up the court to Rico, then to Dre. Dre takes it across the timeline, goes to Donovan. Donovan looking, top of the key, right side, nothing. Dishes it off to Thatcher Queen, then to Rico. Rico on the right, top key. Left side over to Conrad Kastrup. Kastrup looking, underhands it to Dre Bauer. Bauer, left side, swings it around his back, goes to Conrad. Conrad powering it. No, nothing there, stolen by Lacey. And it's taken down the court by Caden Castillo, who tries to feed it. He does, gets it underneath the Novick. Shot blocked partially by Donovan Bauer. Rebounded by Dre. Dre gets it over to 32, Conrad Kastrup. Kastrup bringing it across the timeline. 35-22. Conrad drives it to the hoop himself, and he's going to get fouled by number 32, Deegan Thayer, his first. 1:22 left to go. Third quarter action. Beaters down by 13, trimming the lead, though, from the Eagles. Oh, and it's going to be a shooting foul. Let's see if it was. Yeah, they're going to call it a shooting foul for the Beat Diggers. They're saying that he was on his way to the hoop. So Conrad Kastrup will get an opportunity. Oh, sorry, it is the fifth foul against him. Now they marked it up there. I thought it was 4, and it was kind of blocked on my view. So it is a fifth foul. So Conrad Kastrup comes to the line with $1:22 left to go. First of 2. No good. First one. Got to make these free throws late in this game. No substitutions for both teams. Conrad Kastrup for his second foul. Free throw shot up. No good. Rebounded, though, by Donovan Bauer. Donovan thought about the 3, left corner. Feeds it over to Rico. Rico back to Conrad. Conrad, top left side of the key. Drives it, looks for a pick. Oh, and it's going to be an illegal screen on Conrad, as he was moving on that one. I know he doesn't feel like he was doing that, but definitely a 4th foul on Conrad Kastrup as he comes to take a seat, as Edgar Ortiz checks in for the Beat Diggers. Beat Diggers with a full court press. Inbounds. Novick gets it into Castillo. Castillo covered by Dre. Back to Novick. Got to get it across the timeline. They get it down to Castillo. Drives it all the way underneath to Clay. His shot is up. No good. He gets his own rebound. Blocked by Dre Bauer. All the way down to Rico. Rico, can he save it? Yes! Donovan Bauer, right side shot. No good. Oh my goodness, they had a heck of an opportunity. But it's now taken away. Donovan Bauer gets it back. Bauer for the dunk. No, he doesn't get it. No, I thought he was going to get the dunk. They called a tripping foul. They called a tripping foul on Noah Lacey. No, they called a tripping foul on Dre Bauer. Excuse me. They called it the opposite side and said Dre Bauer tripped, as Donovan had the dunk opportunity and he did not get it. 35-22 with only 44 seconds left to go, as Solon Castillo checks back in for the Eagles. Solon, it's inbounds to Clay. Clay looking for Castillo. And then it's Novick. He's got to get it across the timeline. Double team, gets it over. Knocked away, though, as Castillo tries to feed it down to number 1, Clay. And it's knocked out by number 10, Thatcher Queen. 35 seconds left to go. 35-22, still a 13-point game. Novick on the inbounds. Gets it over to Clay. Clay, left side. Clay bringing it up to the top of the key. Tries, he got away with the double dribble there as it's over to Castillo. Castillo wants it himself. Great coverage by Dre Bauer. And they headbutt each other as they were both looking for the ball. And Dre's got to be careful as he's talking back to the official. And it is a headbutt on Dre Bauer as he gets his 3rd foul of the night. As we've got an injury here as Castillo stays on the ground. and we'll keep it right here. He did take a headbutt as those guys collided. I think he's got a nosebleed. I think he'll be all right. Yeah, he's just got a nosebleed. He's going to come off the court for just a few moments, as we do have an injury timeout as they're checking the floor for any blood loss, as there is none, as it was right here in front of me on aisle 6, as I called it earlier. So they're going to have to put in somebody to shoot for him unless he doesn't get that nosebleed stopped. And I believe it is going to be a substitution as Roman Torreson will come in for the Eagles. And it is not a shooting foul. My apologies. As well, it sure should be a shooting foul. It's 5 on the board. So I'm not sure why. There they go. Now they're going to make the adjustment as Torreson will come in to shoot for the Eagles and replace Caden Castillo, who leaves with a nosebleed. Hopefully he'll be quite all right. So that's a tough substitution for Roman Torreson to come in. First shot up, no good. Still remains 35-22. We've been stuck here at 35-22 for about the last 5 minutes. Second shot by Torrenson. 21 seconds left to go, third quarter. Shot is up. It is good for Torrenson as he gets in the books. Inbounds. Donovan Bauer all the way down to Thatcher Queen. Queen on the right side, driving it to the hoop himself. Oh, and he loses control of the ball. Edgar Ortiz gets it. Feeds it over to Poland. Poland to Rico. 11 seconds. To Dre. No, can't find him. Goes all the way across to Thatcher. Thatcher drives it to the hoop himself. Double pump shot up. Oh, and it doesn't go in as there is a foul. I thought he was going to get the and one. A great double pump on that. Unable to get it. And Solon Castillo gets tagged with his fourth foul tonight. And it's only in the third quarter as Thatcher Queen comes to the line with 2.8 seconds left to go. Thatcher Queen, first of 2. Swish. Third point for Thatcher of the night for him. Second shot, Thatcher Queen up off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded. Going to be a long throw here. It's all the way across the court by Solon Castillo, and it's not even close. So our third quarter ends 36-23. We'll come back after a 30-second timeout right here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming back to you here at Liberty Common. 36-23, B-Diggers down. Starting the fourth quarter, brought to you by Rudy's Tires with several locations across the area. There's always a Rudy's Tires location close by, and they can even come to you on the farm. Rudy's Tires brings you Eastern Plains Sports Today every weekday on 1010 KSIR. What a crazy third quarter there. Not much scoring in those last 5 minutes, but the action was action-packed for both sides as Eric Rico, right in front of me here, will do the inbounds honors for the Big Diggers. Rico at the half-court line, going over to Dre down on the left key. Dre looking, finds nobody, finds finally to Rico at the top of the key, back to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz feeds Donovan Bauer, shot up, no good, rebounded by Dre Bauer on the putback, and it's good for Dre Bauer. 36-25, 11-point lead as the B-Diggers are chipping away at this one. Inbound, Castillo, left side, tip, Donovan Bauer. Oh, but it's over to Novik. Novik to Lacey, gets the shot, and it's good for Noah Lacey. Oh, a bad break for the B-Diggers on that one. That would have helped them a ton as Rico crosses the line. Looking, drives it to the hoop himself. Right side, Donovan Bauer. Left side, three-pointer. Good! Donovan Bauer and the three-pointer for the B-Diggers. And it's now a 10-point lead as a timeout is called by Coach Bach. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. As we'll thank our sponsors, Buckeye Welding. You have questions, they have answers. Our area welders know what sets them apart. At 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. Gordon Insurance, be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, and crop insurance. All at Gordon Insurance. Visit GordonINS.com. Wow, Donovan Bauer's having himself a great game tonight as Don is looking at 12 points so far. Started the first half with 7, has 5 on this one. And foul trouble going into this quarter would be Solon Castillo with 4 fouls for the Eagles. Inbounds pass from Novik. from the Eagles. Over to Clay, back to Novik. Oh, stolen. Donovan Bauer underneath. Thatcher Queen shot. Good! Donovan Bauer to Thatcher Queen with a 2-pointer. 8-point game. Inbounds, full court pressure. B-Diggers giving some good pressure. Donovan and Dre tie up with one of them at the free throw, or at the top of the key. Stolen. Thatcher Queen can't get a hold of the handle. Gets it down the court. Feeds to Lacey, who slows it down to Clay. Clay at the top of the key over to the left side to Castillo. 3-point shot. Good. Caden Castillo, who's got five 3-pointers. 41-30. Rico drives it all the way hoop to hoop. Tries to throw it up as he goes coast to coast, but he's fouled as he tried to take the shot, and the foul's going to be on Caden Castillo, his second non-shooting foul. Inbounds pass from Rico. A lot of cutting into Thatcher Queen. Back to Rico. Rico on the right side corner. Drives it over. Pump fakes it. Swings it over to Thatcher Queen. Back to Rico, all the way across to Edgar Ortiz, top of the key. Hands it off. Donovan Bauer fakes the 3-pointer. Steps back, though. Shoots. Shot. Good! Donovan Bauer! Another 3-pointer for the B-Diggers. 41-33, 8-point game. As quickly, they're trying to get it across the court to Lacey. Lacey drives it up, covered by Bauer. Feeds it in to number 10, Hutchins. Nice underhanded shot underneath the bucket. 10-point game. Rico crossing the timeline. Thatcher Queen to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz over to Dre Bauer. Dre drives it to the hoop himself. Crosses it over, right-handed shot. No good. Rebounded by number 10, Hutchins. Gets it up the court to Clay. Clay thought about the 3-pointer. Not theirs. Covered by Dre. Over to number 10. That is Hutchins. 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Thatcher Queen. 5:29 left to go. 10-point game. B-Diggers can get back into this with a couple of threes. Edgar Ortiz, twisting play, gets it over to Don. Almost lost control, but good save by Donovan Bauer to Dre. Dre drives it to the hoop, right-handed shot. Oh, they're going to call it on the floor, the foul early, and that's going to be on Grayson Clay, his second foul. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. 10-point game. Eric Rico, inbounds opportunity. They're going to get Donovan Bauer with the push prior to the shot. I saw that one happen there as Donovan Bauer gets his third on an offensive foul on the inbounds pass. 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Going to get called with that one every time late in the game. Novik into Castillo. Castillo over the left side to Clay. Clay gets it down to Lacey. Lacey over to Novik to the right side. Tries to feed it in. Out of bounds. Turnover as they tried to quickly force the play. And it's going to be B-Digger ball with a chance to cut it to a single-point lead. 5:06 left to go. Inbounds pass to Thatcher Queen to Rico. Rico looking across the timeline. Going to get covered by Castillo to Donovan. Donovan working to drive it over to Dre. Dre almost loses the handle, drives it, fakes it, steps back, 2-point shot. Dre Bauer shot, no good. Rebounded by number 1, Clay. Then over to Castillo. Castillo, right side to Novik. Novik, good coverage there by Donovan Bauer. Then to Lacey. Lacey on the outside to Clay. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebounded by Thatcher Queen. 4:35 left to go. Clock's ticking away. 10-point lead. Thatcher Queen, right side to Dre Bauer. Back to Queen. Queen, covered by Lacey. Over to the left side to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz, over to Donovan Bauer. Donovan, over to Rico. Rico, top of the key, almost loses the handle. Gets it tipped away. Back to, Edgar Ortiz, who couldn't get the handle on the ball. Turnover, B-Diggers. And it goes to Lacey. Lacey gets off across the timeline to Novik. Right side corner to Castillo. He's had 5 3-pointers tonight. Back to Novik. Then Novik over to Hutchins. And then to number 1, Clay, who gets an easy 2-point shot from the left side baseline. It's good. Rico over to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz looking. Queen, right corner. Queen drives it underneath. Right side baseline. They're going to call a foul on the Eagles, and that'll be on number 11, Noah Lacey, his second foul. As Conrad Kastrup checks back in for the B-Diggers alongside with Solon Castillo. Kastrup only has 4 fouls, both boys checking in with 4 fouls with 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. Rico inbounds to Conrad. Conrad looks, fires up, right side shot, good! Conrad Kastrup gets 2 points. It's now still a 10-point game as Donovan covers Novick. Novick gets it blocked. Donovan. Oh, Donovan thought he had it tipped back on Novick, and the call's going to be that Donovan tipped it last, so it's going to maintain possession for the Eagles. Great cover and defense by Donovan Bauer. Inbounds to Solon. Solon over to Caden Castillo. Castillo drives around the left side, takes it to the hoop all the way underneath the clay. Shot partially blocked by Dre, rebounded by Novick. Shot returned, no good. Rebounded by the Beat Diggers, and it was number 10, Thatcher Queen, who had it, and he throws it down the right side of the court to Rico, too long, rolls out of bounds, and it's another turnover for the Beat Diggers with 3:09 left to go, 10-point lead. Some exciting action here at Liberty Common. Inbounds pass to Clay. Clay, loses the handle on the ball. Knocked away by Donovan Bauer right here in front of me, and it's going to stay possession for the Eagles as Donovan Bauer is playing himself one good basketball game tonight. Inbounds to Castillo. Castillo on the right side of the court here in front of me. Swings it over to Solon. Solon back to Caden. Castillo telling him to calm down. We're all right as he feeds it into number 32, Thayer. Thayer back to Castillo. Castillo's double team. Drives it to the hoop. Oh my goodness. He runs into you-know-who, Conrad, the snowplow Kastrup. Unfortunately, that's going to be Conrad's 5th foul. He was set. All he had to do was fall over, and that could have been a charge, but instead it's going to be Conrad's 5th foul as he's checking out for the night, as Edgar Ortiz will come in for the Beat Diggers with 2:43 left to go. Still a 10-point lead. So Clay's going to do the inbounds for the Eagles. Off to Solon. Castillo over to the left side to Thayer. Thayer over to the right side to Castillo. Caden Castillo feeds it underneath, and it's to Hutchins, who gets an easy 2-point shot, and it's his 12th point for Hutchins. Rico brings it across the timeline. Goes to Edgar Ortiz. He's fouled by number 32, Deegan Thayer. I saw that one, a push-off foul, and it's going to be a 4th foul for the Eagles and 2 for the Beat Diggers. So the next one will be a shooting opportunity for the Beat Diggers with triple deuces on the board, 2:22. Inbounds, Dre. Left side, drives it to the hoop, fakes it, instead goes to Rico. Drives it to the right side of the hoop, feeds that baseline. Turnaround jump shot up, no good, blocked by Solon. Castillo into his brother, Caden, and then to Clay. Feeds it down, stolen by Thatcher Queen, all the way to Rico. Rico by himself, pump fakes it, over to Donovan Bauer, shot good! Donovan Bauer with another bucket for the Beat Diggers. 10-point lead still, though, as it's inbounds to Clay. Clay drives it to himself, goes to an underneath. Hutchins, easy underhanded shot as they broke the press. 12-point lead still, 1:43 left to go. These Beat Diggers won't stop as Rico gives it to Thatcher Queen. Queen looking, still trying to get something set up. Goes back to Rico right side. Rico drives it to the hoop himself. Gets fouled by number 3, Caden Castillo. And it's going to be a shooting opportunity for the Beat Diggers as Castillo gets charged with his 3rd foul. As Eric Rico has a chance to make it a 10-point game again, 49-37 with 1:29 left to go. There was a 29 in there as Rico comes to the line, first of 2. It's up. No, it rolls in and out. Boy, I sure thought that was going to be there. Got to get those free throws, as we know. Still a second opportunity for Rico to make it an 11-point game. Second shot for Rico, up. Good. As Eric Rico has his 6th point of the night. Inbounds, full court press by the Beat Diggers. Solon Castillo gets it down to Thayer. Thayer, right side, brings it up the court. Almost taken away by Donovan Bauer, but no, gets it to Clay instead. Clay takes it, drives it to the free throw line, covered by Ortiz. Then to Thayer. Thayer, left side, over to Castillo. Then to Thayer, underneath, over to the right side to Clay. Clay looking to shoot. Oh, and he's fouled by number 15, Donovan Bauer. as Bauer gets tagged with his 4th foul of the night. It is only the 3rd foul, so it's going to be non-shooting, as nobody's going to inbounds it for the Eagles. Finally, we have somebody in there as Hutchins comes in to do the inbounds honors. Looking, trying to find somebody, finds number 5, Solon Castillo, stolen by Dre Bauer. Bauer drives it around the left side, takes it to the center of the court, goes, and he's fouled by number 3, Caden Castillo, his 4th foul, as Dre Bauer will come to the line with 58 seconds left to go. Plenty of time left for these Beat Diggers to come back, as Dre Bauer with his first of 2, shot good. Bauer has 6 tonight for the Beat Diggers. 10-point lead. Chance to make it a 9-point game. 3-possession game if he gets it. Second shot. Good by Dre Bauer, and a timeout is going to be called by, I believe, Coach Bach. So we'll take a 30-second timeout and come back to us here from Liberty Common High School. 49-40 is our score right here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming back to you here at Liberty Common, a 9-point game. Beat Diggers down 49-40 with 58 seconds left to go. Plenty of opportunities here for the Beat Diggers to get back into this game. So we'll see how the plays drawn up by Coach Wayne Bach. Stay with us for post-game show. Going to be brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Again, 58 seconds left to go. 49-40 is our score, as the inbounds pass will come from Solon Castillo. Here we go. 58 seconds into Caden Castillo. Castillo covered by Rico. Castillo brings it down the court, looking to cross the timeline. Does finally, loses it, but able to maintain it. Gets it across. Over to Solon Castillo. Castillo to Caden. They're really playing high corners here to kind of kill the clock. As he goes, he gets his hands tied up against Rico, and it's going to be a foul on Rico, as they're going to say Rico gets called with a foul, but I'm going to have to go with that one on the officials, because he's got to move his hands and give him that opportunity to drive to the hoop as he was trying. 39 seconds left to go. Inbounds from Solon Castillo. Gets it in to number 1, Clay. And Dre Bauer tried to go for the ball, and this time he gets called for his foul, and that's going to be Dre's 4th foul. So Donovan and Dre both have 4 fouls, and that puts Grayson Clay on the line with a free throw opportunity to make it an 11-point game. Clay takes a deep breath, 37 seconds left to go. First shot by Clay is up, and it's good. Grayson Clay with his 8th point of the night. 37 seconds left to go. Second shot. It is good for Clay. Valuable free throws. 11-point lead again for the Eagles. Rico crossing the timeline to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz gets it to a cutting Dre Bauer. Bauer can't get a hold of the handle on the ball, but it's taken by Rico. Right side, Thatcher Queen, 3-point shot up. No good. Oh, as Donovan Bauer tried to go for the free throw, but he tried to get away with one as he shoves number 3, Caden Castillo, and Donovan Bauer fouls out tonight after a heck of an effort for Donovan Bauer, but he is out with 5 fouls with 21 seconds left to go, and that could seal the deal as Caden Castillo comes to the line for the Eagles. Checking in for him will be number 22, Payson Poland. First shot for Castillo is up, and it is good. Caden Castillo has 17 points tonight. 5 3-pointers. Second free throw by Castillo is up. No good. Rebounded by the Eagles. That doesn't help the Beat Diggers. As Clay going to just kill the clock. As it's over to Castillo, top of the key. Crowd's going to cheer. 10 seconds are going to run down. And the Beat Diggers are going to concede to this one, as our final score will be 52-40 as the Beat Diggers fall to the Liberty Common Eagles. Still a great effort for the Beat Diggers. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back here for some final thoughts and final stats right here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR coming to you live from Liberty Common as we're going to wrap up some thoughts here. Final thoughts, post-game show brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Provide a big firm product with small firm relationships since 2003. Visit westerneci.com. First of all, I want to congratulate the Liberty Common Eagles winning tonight 52-40. Going to give tonight's thoughts for the game here. You know, the Bee Diggers came out doing really well in that second quarter or second half. They played much better. They didn't lose the ball as often as they did previously, but they did still just couldn't quite take that lead that Liberty Common had and trim it down to under 9 points. That's as close as they could get it. And then unfortunately they fall tonight to the Eagles. Great effort here though. Tonight's players of the game brought to you by Morgan Community College. Start your associate's degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu for more. For tonight, Liberty Common Eagles got to give it to Caden Castillo, who had 17 points tonight, who played a great ball game for the Eagles. And then for your Bee Diggers, I got to give it to the guy that fouled out, who played a heck of a ball game as well, matched his partner, and that would be Donovan Bauer, 17 points in a losing effort, playing a fantastic game tonight. And even though he fouled out with only just a few moments left to go in the game, he played a heck of an effort. He was all over the court, playing solid defense, good blocks, good shots, made some when we needed him to try to trim that lead. But unfortunately, it was not enough. So, again, our final score tonight, your Bee Diggers fall to the Liberty Common Eagles, 52-40. I'd like to thank Rose Condis and Christy Creighton back at the station for all the switchboard action tonight. And again, Paul Acosta, and I'll be signing off tonight here live from Liberty Common. Again, your Bee Diggers fall tonight, 52-40 to the Eagles. Thanks for listening to Eastern Plains Sports Network and 1010 KSIR.